how to remove the scratches from the Acqua quartz watch. Now this watch has got a lot of scratches on it, so that'll be a good candidate. Let's take a look all around. Here's the back of it, and the bracelet is dirty, and the back plate doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. It's about, you can see the inside. It's got a lot of dirt. I'm gonna clean the bracelet at a different time. I'm just gonna mainly concentrate on seeing if I can get these scratches out. Now I tried this method before, and it seemed to work pretty good on the crystal. Now here's the back of it. I'm going to take off the bracelet. So it was a very easy process as long as you got the right tool, otherwise it wouldn't work. But I got the bracelet off, but I want to see how dirty the vessel look. I'm also going to put the vessel in with the bracelet and clean it in the ultrasonic cleaner. For now I just want to show you how dirty it is. This one happens to have a little spot that even tells you where to pry it off, which is fairly easy to do. Just gonna slowly pry it off. It didn't really take too much effort. And here's the back of it. I already removed the battery, so I wanted to check out to see how it was doing inside. And to release the stem, you have to take this screw out right here. So you have to take this one out. And then as I was doing this, I also realized that there's yet something else that I need to do. But here's that first screw. So that's that first mechanism that we're going to take out. And yeah, it wasn't too difficult to do. It's a relatively small screw, but you do need a special screwdriver, a little micro screwdriver like this, in order to take that out. By the way, I suggest you use ceramic tweezers instead of the ones I'm using here. Try not to use the metal ones, but that's all I had at the moment. You always have a little container to put your screws in, and don't forget what they look like. Now it's another reason for filming too. It helps you locate where things are at. If you miss something, you can just go back to the video and see where you're at with everything. So this is the moment I realized I needed to take this screw out. So I'm going to take this one out, and then there's also another one on the side, but I ended up not needing to take that one out as it happened. So this one worked out pretty well. This screw was a little bit stubborn and gave me a little bit of a problem. But here it is. Here's the crystal, or the plexiglass. It's actually, I don't think it's crystal, but because it felt like it was plastic, plexi probably. Here is the movement right there, always in good condition, and you can definitely see a lot of scratches on the watch now. You can tell that it's been through a lot of wear and tear, but that's exactly what it looks like. There's the inside of it, and not too much damage on the inside. It's just mostly on the outside part. So we're going to use sandpaper 360 right here. Then we're going to use that dry, and then we're going to move on to 600, and we're going to wet that. I will demonstrate you how I do that. Then we're finally going to end up with 2000 grit, and we're also going to wet that as well. So here's 360, and we're just going to rub it on there dry. And with this material, it didn't take much, as you're about to see. Once I start to do the process, it actually starts to take off the material right away. Alright, so here we are. You can tell that it's really cloudy, and there's some material right there. So we didn't take that much off, and then we're going to move on to the 600 grit sandpaper. We're going to wet it, and we're going to do the same process. We're just going to move it back and forth. They're going to keep this movement going, and you can see that it's now starting to look a little bit more clear. And then we're going to move on to the 2000 grit, and we're going to be using that to do the final pass on with the sandpaper, and then we'll be ready to start doing our polishing with serum oxide. That's what we're going to use. So there's the 2000. Yet again, we just wet it. We just do a little couple of droplets on there. nothing major. This will work. And you're going to see the final results very soon. But let's move on to the cerium oxide. And this is a powder that you can easily get. So what you're going to see next is the container that I got is 10 ounces. It's more than plenty. All you're going to do is you're going to take the spoon, you're going to put a little bit on it, nothing major, and then we're also going to wet that part. Now, you can use a Dremel tool, but I found that it's a lot easier just to use it by hand, so we use a little felt Dremel tool piece here, and then just slowly start to do the polishing. It's a pretty straightforward process. Doesn't take too long either, and you're going to see the results right away. Now, I decided to do it twice just to get it a little bit more cleaner and get a lot more of those scratches out of the way. And you're going to see that doing it twice actually helped it get even better results. So it's up to you. If you just want to do it just one time, that'll be good enough. But this is after one pass with the cerium oxide. Big difference, and you can definitely tell that it actually worked. So here's the second pass that I did, almost about the same amount of cerium oxide. And just rubbing it down, getting it in there, and just and it's okay to get it on the vessel because it'll clean the vessel as well. So now you're really gonna see it. See, now it's definitely nice and clean, and the little bit is on the inside. So we're just gonna clear that up, but you can see how much better it looks now compared to how it was. So yeah, to me that's a major difference when you're doing this type of work. It seems to be very proficient, and it works perfectly. So yeah, well, there it is before, and here it is afterwards. So we're now ready to put everything back, and yeah, I really like the way this turned out. So we're already got rid of all the scratches, and it's nice and shiny and it's polished. So we have the movement right there. Those are the inner parts on the outer part of the vessel, and I cleaned the bracelet. So we're going to start with the movement. So we're going to put in that first. Okay, so now we're going to put everything back just the way we had it. And, there's the movement inside the vessel. Looks really good. Now getting these parts back is a little bit of a complicated thing, but not too bad because this piece had to fit underneath here. And then we're going to get our little screws that we removed. The good thing about this part is that the screws were the black ones corresponded with the black piece, and then the silver one corresponded with the silver piece. So it's just a matter of putting back the stem and the crown back in its place. Now using the little metal tweezers here, I think gotta stick with the ceramic or plastic ones to get better results, because the metal ones could cost a little short. And I'm just checking the crown and the stem that they're working properly. We're just fitting that back in right now, so putting that screw back in. And then we're also going to do the other side, which, hindsight now is that that powder didn't need to be removed. It just needed the one to be removed. That was it. And here's the last one. So if you've never done this before, it's kind of a tedious process. So I am doing the video speed on it, so it looks like it's going faster, but it took a little bit of time just to do that. And now we have it. It's the matter of putting the battery in, and then we're just pretty much ready to go. And there you go. That's how you clean the crystal or plexiglass off the scratches off the plexiglass from the Acqua quartz. Here are the final results. So you can see the case is completely clean. I cleaned the back of it, cleaned the bracelet, and yeah, turned out really good. So you can see the polishing worked great on the little glass itself. Can't even tell that there were any scratches on it to begin with. That was the main idea here. So that worked out perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up if you like the process. If you need a list of the items that I used, it'll be down in the description. I'll see you in the next one.